Hello everybody, Loads for Life here, bringing us a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about one of my other hobbies that I really haven't mentioned much on this channel. But however, you guys have always seen in the background of my videos whenever I do one of these, and I just really got to talk about it because I am coming across my own personal, I don't want to say midlife crisis because I'm only in my 20s, but I like my own little personal crisis in regards to this particular hobby. That is, of course, figure collecting. Now, I've been collecting figures since I'd say about 2015. My first figure was a Black Rock shooter Figma based on her video game design. Well, actually not technically. My first actual figure was the Rachel Super Small Nendoroid that came in a Blaze Blue Collector's Edition. But my first figure that I actually bought that wasn't in a Collector's Edition or anything was that Black Rock shooter one, and it just kind of spiraled out from there. I now have a collection of almost 70 figures, if not more. Like, it's probably like 75, 76-ish, something like that, because my figure collection doesn't have, that's a website by the way, doesn't have like every single figure out there on the website that you can like put on there, so I digress. So what has recently come across in my mind is that I have been progressively, like, whenever I hit that amount, and actually recently, because about a year ago, a family member basically said, wow, that is a huge waste of money. These are all huge wastes of money. Like, what? Okay, so like this figure right here, 300 bucks, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Bunny figures from Freeing that are 1/4 the size of the character are expensive, and I'm gonna put her down. I'm afraid of dropping her. Okay, so those bunny figures, along with many other figures, like I don't even want to think about how much money I have spent on figures over the course of the past 5 years, because all in all, I probably have enough to buy 2 used cars in here in terms of total amount of money, which is really, depending on who you ask, is not good. And is really just kind of sad. At least that's how my family puts it. Heck, some of my family members come into my room with a visible look of disgust. Other family members think it's kind of cool and that I have a really nice and cool room, because it's a very nerdy room and is very just me, is the way that one of my uncles put it. And so that hit me whenever whenever my family member said something like that, and I went into this really like big depression, shelved all of my figures into their boxes and put them all away for like a good half a year. And then a friend of mine was like, hey, where'd your stuff go? You've been really depressed lately. And eventually I put them all back up after that same person who criticized me having all these out was like, hey, where'd your stuff go? You know, like, what the heck? So, and with recent like events and everything, it's really been hitting me. Like, I've been I don't know how to describe it. I've been trying to find a logical reason for why I have figures, why I collect them, why I have so many on order coming out through the next 2 years and everything. Heck, I've watched a good probably 20 videos from other figure collectors here on YouTube where they talk about figures, why they love collecting them, why they have them, why they dedicate their whole channels to doing it and talking about it and reviewing them. And I'm just like, wow, that's all fine and dandy, but I'm not gonna lie, whenever I go to buy a figure, I'm like, is this really good? Do I really want to drop the money on this? Do I really want to spend the money on this? All it's going to do is sit on my shelf looking pretty, collecting dust, and that's all it's going to do. So then why do I do it? I don't know, and I can't answer it. Like, I love collecting them. They bring me a bit of a happiness. They show off my favorite series and everything, you know? Like, heck, I can walk you through every single figure I have, name the character, name the series, and tell you all about them. I love getting these and being able to show off my personal taste and just my enjoyment for some of my most favorite series. But however, I guess in my mind that doesn't register as a valid excuse to drop like over $100, over $200, heck, even over $300 in some situations. I have not gone that bad yet. For figures, for pieces of plastic, porcelain, and God knows whatever else they make these things out of, that just sit on shelves and gather dust. And, you know, I'll be honest, I've tried making this video a good 3 or 4 times, but I just always end up rambling because I don't know, and I gotta, like, just talk about it really, like, heck. I've even asked some of my friends who have figures, and they're like, oh yeah, just really nice to have these knickknacks that, you know, show off my favorite series or my favorite character or whatever. And then I've also got friends who are like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? And I just don't know. I just don't. And so I'm making this video to kind of talk about, like, more so just talk to myself, reason with myself, and talk to you guys. What is there a valid reason to collect these? I mean, heck, it's it hit me, and yet at the same time I'm just constantly trying to find a logical reason for collecting them. I spoke with heck, one person I even spoke with was the owner of the local anime store that I go to quite a bit in my area, Anime Girl, out in Chesterfield, Missouri. If you ever get a chance, go there. They're currently closed because of the virus running around, but whenever they open back up, go and check them out. Absolutely great people. Well, one of the store owners, the wonderful old lady, I was talking to her about it and what her thoughts on it were, and she basically said that at the end of the day, they are art. They are no different than how people collect sculptures or Pez dispensers and all that other crap, or Hot Wheels and stuff like that. So to her, it's just a way of people expressing their favorite art form and you know, other stuff. And that it's like just very artistic because, you know, somebody has to design the figure, then somebody has to mold the figure, then somebody has to paint the figure. And I'm sure from what I've read and seen in videos and stuff, most of it's automated nowadays after once they get the design and initial prototype built, but they still hand paint some of these. Heck, on the boxes of the bunny figures, especially, they say on the like little text, some parts are hand painted, so you know the paint's not always going to look exactly the same from one figure to the next, which is really cool. There's a lot of time, effort, materials, and everything that are put into these, and it's just really beautiful pieces of art and everything that's really awesome and cool, and I love collecting them. But at the end of the day, this is gonna sit back on my desk, my dresser over here with my other ones, and it's gonna look pretty, and it's gonna get dusty, and I'm gonna have to clean it off from time to time, and that's all it does. That's all it does. Is just sit there and collect dust. You know, for the prices of some of these figures, I could have bought another Switch. I could have bought a new PS3, which I actually kind of need because my old PS3 can't read discs as well as it used to be able to. I could have bought 3 new PS3s for some of these. I could have bought every single meta Yu-Gi-Oh card that I could ever want, really. You know, it's so funny. I look at, like, expensive Yu-Gi-Oh cards, expensive, like, playing cards in general for Chaotic, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money. Why would anybody spend that much money on a piece of paper? And then I turn around and I buy expensive figures for the same amount of money, but arguably less enjoyment, because with a playing card, you can go to a tournament, you can win prizes, you can do all that crazy stuff. But with a figure, it's just gonna sit on your desk and look pretty. That's all it does. And at the end of the day, that's my personal little conundrum with it. And I don't know. I don't know if this is normal, if like any other figure collectors have had this issue or this like personal conflict, because I don't know a lot of other people who collect anime anything. I don't know a lot of people in the anime community, and it just, I don't know, this has really been getting to me, and I need to get my thoughts out because it's been driving me nuts. And so, yeah. I don't know, why do I collect anime figures? If somebody ever asks me, I mean, my first go-to answer is they look pretty on my shelf, but I don't know. Like, heck, I've seen some people be like, oh yeah, it's like getting a Christmas present whenever you order one, and then you wait like the year or two for it to come out, and then it's like a Christmas present whenever it gets in your room, or whenever you get it delivered and everything, and it's just so cool, and they get that thrill, and I totally get that, but I just don't get it. It's weird. I don't get it. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to stop collecting. Oh, well, for now I kind of have to. I don't have a job thanks to this virus, and that's fun, but it's just like, I don't ever intend on not collecting these. I don't ever intend on not like collecting my other stuff, like my anime, my games, etc., but it's been something that's been weighing on my mind for a while, and I want to know what your guys' opinion is, because it's, I just can't stop thinking about it. Like, I don't know. I just really don't know. So, yeah, that's my rambling video talking about why I really don't understand why I collect figures. Why are you guys figure collectors? Anybody out there who collects figures? And heck, it doesn't have to be just anime figures. It can be Transformers. It can be any kind of like action figure, Star Wars figures, etc., etc. Any kind of figure, action figure, toy, whatever. You know, if you collect something like that where it's mostly just gonna be sitting on your shelf or something and just kind of looking pretty, let me know what your guys' thoughts and opinions on this is, because I need to, I don't know, I need to talk with somebody else who does this and kind of just have a chit chat about it. I just don't get it. So yeah, that's it. If you guys ever want to see me do like my kind of video tour of my room, I did one on my other two channels, but I didn't do one on this because I didn't feel the need to. But if you ever want to see that, so you can kind of see all my figures, leave a comment or two down below about it. I've also thought about doing figure reviews, like where I talk about my figures that I have and kind of like, what I think about a particular figure. Like, I would love to do, I've really thought about doing one on this one. This is probably like my favorite figure in my collection right now. I love Neptunia. I am Neptunia loving trash, and Purple Heart's one of my favorite characters. Honestly, IF is my favorite, but she doesn't get any love and probably never going to get a figure because it's only the goddesses that get figures, but I digress. So if you guys want to see figure reviews, let me know down below. I know I've been doing manga reviews, and I intend on doing anime reviews, as well as also hopefully some gaming reviews and stuff eventually too. But yeah, that's... I don't know. What do you guys think? Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. And see y'all later. Peace out.